great day, and I hope I look okay. Anyway, so today we're gonna be talking about why are toxic relationships glorified. Um, sorry, I'm a lot. So if anybody doesn't know what a toxic relationship is, it's basically a relationship that is hazardous to you and another individual. Just like something that you eat is toxic, it's not good for you. The same thing goes for a relationship. So basically, I was watching all these different videos about people that was in toxic relationships because growing up it was talked about, but I never really knew what it was. Nobody really ever went into depth. Basically, like in the community I come from, the Afro community, a lot of us don't like to discuss problems and stuff. Maybe for me it's a sign of weakness, but I have to get out of that, and possibly others for Afro people also. So basically, I seen a bunch of toxic relationships growing up throughout my childhood, from people's parents that I knew, associates and friends, from children I went to school with, from even myself. I was also in toxic relationships growing up. A little background story, how I got interested in this topic. I was just thinking back on past friendships and stuff. I really can't say relationships because I never really dated, or if I was in a relationship, I really didn't want to be there. I was just kind of scared to turn people down, and I'll go in depth why. So basically, throughout my childhood, I always had these friends that, everybody has problems, but they had some really problems going on. I won't go in depth and won't say names due to respect. But for instance, I had this friend tell me like a lot of friends, they said they were glad that I came into the life before they met me. They were gonna commit suicide, and I literally had a friend call me on like a bunch of occasions and told me that they were gonna commit suicide, but then they thought about me. And now looking back on that, I talked to a trustworthy adult. They was telling me that that was a toxic relationship, and they asked me why didn't I leave. That's actually like a very scary situation. I didn't want that person to put themselves in a bad situation, but then I didn't want to be in that situation also. And I was also scared to leave it because, they could have possibly hurt themselves, and I would have felt really guilty. So basically, examples of a toxic relationship is one I just named, somebody make you feel guilty for wanting to leave a situation. Another is abusive relationships, which is also abusive. What I just explained, abuse can go into physical, somebody hitting you, verbal, spiritual, and mental. A lot of people don't know that there's different levels to abusive relationships. I was one of those people. I thought if somebody wasn't hitting you, then he wasn't abused. But I just don't understand why, as human beings, do we stay in toxic relationships. I know out of fear, but what we have to realize is, we're only accountable for our own actions and everything. It's not our, responsibility to, you know, deal with somebody else's stuff. I mean, yes, we're supposed to help each other, but, that's a whole different another topic. So basically, I was wondering, why are toxic relationships glorified? I see like in movies and TVs how they, that couple that's they know they're bad for each other and they shouldn't be together, but yet again they're still with each other and they just keep hurting each other. I'm like, that's a serious situation. And toxic relationships could lead to anybody put in the hospital. In my opinion, somebody having a nervous breakdown, and even becoming deceased. People don't realize that if you're in a toxic relationship or somebody, it shouldn't be glorified. In my opinion, it's not cute. It's not sweet. It's very dangerous. It literally can wound your spirit and stuff and your energy, and that's very important to keep sacred and protected. Nobody, in my opinion, deserves to be in a toxic relationship and be held there as captive and everything. And if you know somebody that's in one, if you don't feel comfortable getting involved physically, please call the authorities or give them abuse hotline. I will put that down in my description box below. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was doing that. And I just wish all of us a healthy rest of these 4 months. And 2019 is so forth. And I hope really in the future that we can see how much worth we have, and don't become victims of circumstances. And if you notice, if you pick up bad vibes off somebody, do not talk to them. I was like this. I was always this one kid. I used to pick up bad vibes off people, but I always thought I was misjudging somebody. I was like, you know what, I shouldn't, do that. Maybe we can become associates. And turns out my spirit was on dead on point. So just listen to that discernment deep down inside your gut. That gut feeling, that is discernment and everything. And let me know what you think about toxic relationships in the comment section below. And I will see you guys tomorrow if I can record a video. Bye.